Hey guys, Fox Protocol Mining coming at you from the Fox Den. I'm going to go over a spreadsheet that I built that's called the Mining Revenue Tracker. This is exactly what I use to track my operational expenses as a miner. If you would like to use this spreadsheet, check the description down below, click on File, and make a copy. So click the link, it'll pop up on your screen. Make a copy under the File tab. That will allow you to have this pop up in your Google Docs, and you'll be able to edit it and do whatever you want to it, and it will be all yours. I'm just doing this because I know not everyone's great with spreadsheets, for one, and for two, it gives you, another perspective on maybe how to track your income, and hopefully maybe you guys can even point out a few things that could potentially help me. I'm still kind of new to spreadsheets, so this is just a very basic way that I track things. It's not perfect, but it's just how I do it. So just to break it down, I track my daily mining revenue. I just convert the total value of whatever I've mined to fiat, and I track it here. I estimate my electric cost as best I can day to day, judging by the amount of electric my equipment uses and all my cooling. I wrap my cooling in there because anything that is electric, that is using electric, that is being used for my mining, I put it in this tab. So this isn't just my mining rigs, it's also my fans and things like that. That way I have an accurate electric cost for my entire operation. My equipment purchase sale is simply just a way to track any fees that I pay, like to Rave OS to use their software, if I'm buying and selling graphics cards or ASICs, and likewise if I sell equipment, if I order something incorrectly and maybe I can't return it and I want to sell it, or I buy something and it has extra pieces I don't need and I liquidate that. This is a good way to do that. If you are doing this more business style and you don't like having these big numbers, you like to have everything itemized, my solution to that is to have an invoice tab. So I will still clump it together as a one figure, but I will itemize everything over here. So I'll know I made $400 worth of sales on January 1st, and I will have each invoice pertaining to my sales or expenses over here. That way everything's itemized. If I'm filing my taxes or I get audited, I can simply just pull my spreadsheet up, see what days I had, and it's boom, it's right there. Your daily profit loss simply takes these three columns for the day and tallies them together. So make sure that your revenue is positive and that your expenses are negative. That way this column reads correctly. So like in this column, $150 in revenue plus a $400 sales, $550 minus 25 for electric brings you down to 525 for the day. The running total tab, this one might screw with people a little bit just because I do this a little bit differently. This keeps track of every single day's profit loss. And when I mean every single day, I mean not just January, but February, March, April, May, and it runs indefinitely. It'll run year to year. I do this because I really like to know where my break-even point is, and I kind of use that as a way to judge when I'm able to buy new equipment and when I should, maybe think about liquidating things. So, because basically, like, let's say I bought a rig on the 3rd and I paid $1,400 for it. My electric expense is still 25. My mining revenue was like 120 that day. So now I'm 850 in the hole. So but you can see how you chunk away at that as you go. So and it still registers my peak here at 850, down to 755, down to 660. I can see that break even happen in real time, and I like that. Now, I still want to know how I'm doing for the month. Like month to month, I really like to know how my crypto itself is doing, like how my mining operation is doing, not including my equipment, because that's not the fault of my mining rigs if I'm buying more mining rigs. So I still track the electric over here in a separate column, which is basically just dragging this over. But this helps tally your electric cost figure, because I'm doing maintenance on things. I'm taking things offline. I'm bringing them online. Maybe in the wintertime I'm turning off fans that I don't need. So I adjust my electric cost in real time. It's part of my daily routine, and that kind of works out over here. So you can keep track of things. This is only going to tally your profit loss month to date. So at the end of the month, this is going to reset. Like if I go to February, it doesn't drag over like the running tally does. So at the end of January, it will tell me exactly how much money I made for the month. Now, it's not going to be 100% accurate, just for the simple fact that, as you accumulate crypto, obviously I'm not selling it every single day. I'm hodling some of it. Sometimes I'm selling it to pay an electric bill, but the cost of Ethereum changes day to day. So this kind of works out to be an estimated figure, but it's pretty easy to modify it backwards in reverse so that it ends up being a 100% accurate figure once you've actually sold. However, I don't go that deep into it. I just like to use it as kind of a measure of where I'm at. And then you'll notice that it pops over here to year to date. So I do track year to date. It'll be on every single month, and this figure will increase as you continue to plug in your daily charts. So you'll be able to track month to month. You'll be able to see which months you did the best in. Maybe go back and figure out why. Was there something that happened with the project? Maybe you were mining a different project and you were making better money. This is a way to help you see that in real time. And like I said, if you go in and copy this, should copy for the rest of this year. And then if you want to keep using it, you can just make multiple copies of this and go down here and right click, and you can rename these with a different year. I know the days change slightly because I know February occasionally has that leap year day, but it's still good. All you have to do is add February 29th if that happens, but yeah. And the nice thing about this, guys, is it's plug and play. It's already ready to go. All the formulas are already plugged in, like you can see up here. So you don't have to do anything to make this work. You just have to start plugging in your figures. So I feel like that's pretty cool. I worked, I don't want to say too hard on this, but I did put a decent amount of time into it because I wanted to have something tracking my revenue so I could see it. So if this is something that interests you guys, please go down to the description and go ahead and open that up and make a copy of this. Once again, click on File, go to Make a Copy, and it'll pop in. If there's something, maybe you like this and there's something that you want added that isn't on here, and you would like me to add it for you, maybe you don't know how to use spreadsheets very well, hit me up in the comments. I'm happy to do that. Really, I am. If there's things that don't make sense to you, likewise, hit me up in the comments. I'm just sharing this with the community. Red Fox Crypto actually did a similar video where he released his own version as well. I'll link that down in the description too. If you don't like my version, you might like his version a little bit better. And if that's the case, that's awesome. Doesn't really matter to me as long as you're getting something that's helping you out. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope this looks cool to you guys, as cool as it is to me. And I'll see you the next time. Signing off, guys, from the Fox Den.